You ever get the feeling that the English language is just making it up as it goes along? Well, you're not wrong. Today, we're going to dive into some of the strangest, most surprising, and honestly just fascinating quirks that make this language so wonderfully weird.
All right, so here's the plan. We're going to kick things off with some real words of extremes. Then we'll get a little nerdy and crunch the numbers on our alphabet. After that, we'll see what happens when vowels just decide to go totally rogue. And finally, we'll wrap up with some of the biggest puzzles in English. Sound good? Let's do it. First up, words of extremes. We're going to start by really pushing the boundaries here, looking at the absolute longest and shortest parts of the language. Okay, take a deep breath. Actually, maybe don't, considering what this word means. Just look at this thing. At 45 letters, this is officially the longest word you'll find in a major English dictionary. And no, I am not even going to try to pronounce that. It's actually a medical term for a lung disease you can get from breathing in super fine volcanic ash. Wild, right? So we've got that absolute beast of a word on one side, but what about the other end of the spectrum? We'll get this. The shortest complete sentence in English is just I am. That's it. 2 words, 2 letters. It's the most powerful, concise, complete thought you can possibly express. All right, let's move on to our second section, letters by the numbers. This is where we get to see the stats behind the alphabet itself. And trust me, when you start looking at how often we use certain letters, some really surprising patterns pop up.
Okay, think about this for a second. Every book you've ever read, every single article, every email, what if I told you that just one letter makes up a whopping 11% of everything written in English? That's huge. Any ideas which one it is?
And if you guessed the letter E, you are absolutely right. It's the undisputed champion, the workhorse of the English alphabet. I mean, it does so much of the heavy lifting in our day-to-day communication, it's not even funny.
But what about the rest of the alphabet? Well, when we look at just the consonants, it's R and T that get used the most. And here's a little pro tip for your next word game. More English words start with the letter S than any other. So, keep that in your back pocket.
Okay, on to our third section. And this one's a personal favorite, vowels behaving badly. We think of vowels as the glue of our language, the things that hold words together. But sometimes they just decide to break all the rules. Let's look at a couple of cases where things get really weird.
Let's start with the word rhythm. This is the longest common English word that has absolutely none of the official vowels. No A, E, I, O, or U to be found. It just kind of borrows a Y and is like, yep, this'll do. What a rebel. And then you've got the complete opposite situation with this word, queuing. It's like a vowel party. This word holds the crazy record for having 5, count 'em, 5 vowels all in a row. All that just to say you're waiting in line. Talk about doing it with style. All right, time for our final section, quirks and curiosities. We're going to wrap things up by looking at some of the most famous, most confusing, and downright puzzling parts of the English language. I'm willing to bet you have seen this sentence 1,000 times. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, right? It's used for everything from typing practice to checking out new fonts. But have you ever stopped to think about why? What makes this one sentence so special?
Well, it's something called a pangram that comes from the Greek for all letters. And that's exactly what it is. This one, beautiful, efficient sentence contains every single letter of the English alphabet at least once. That's why it's so perfect for testing out keyboards or seeing what a font looks like.
If you ever need one single example to prove how insane English spelling is, just point to the letters O-U-G-H. This one little combination can be said in at least 7 completely different ways. I mean, just listen to this. You've got rough in rough, O in though, ought in thought, ow and plow, oo in through, burrow and burrow, and cough in cough. It is an absolute nightmare for anyone trying to learn English. No wonder people get confused. All right, let's wrap this up with a little trivia challenge. I've got one for you. There is only one common English word that ends with the letters MT. Just one. Can you think of what it is? I'll give you a second.
And the answer is dreamt, as in the past tense of the verb to dream. That's it. That's the only one. Talk about an exclusive club for a word ending, huh? And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've only just scratched the surface of all the weirdness in our own language. So it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If English is this strange, what incredible, mind-blowing quirks are hiding out there in the other 7,000 or so languages spoken all across the world?